Klika from Chris Scott Mods. Let's have a look. Hey guys, Ben Vick here, back with another review. Today we are not so much reviewing as a bit of a show and tell. Very hard to review such a top of the line item. But this is the Klika from Chris Scott Mods. Chris Scott has been around for ages. He has done some amazing things. He's always been a real pioneer of the mod making UK scene. I think he was the first to stabilise his own blocks in the UK. Certainly the only person I know that's built a regulated squonking pipe. He had the Mackenzie, which is a really sort of ahead of its time regulated squonker back in the day. He's always been on the cutting edge, and he's always done a lot to help other UK mod makers as well. He's had his hand in making phobic mods, loads of other mod makers. I know he's helped Scott Bonner as well on various little bits and bats. He's always been a real friend to the mod making community and has always made exceptionally and different mods. This is no exception. This is his latest mod. This is the Klika. The Klika mod. It is a single 18650 squonker. It uses a switchfet, and it has a very special button. The C in the CSM here is the actual fire button. You click that to fire it. Really, really cool. It really makes the look without having to have a button on. Really, really special. Now this one has stabwood doors. As standard, it's £145 for a fully delrin version. You can get it in all white or in all black, and beyond that you can then buy separately for £45 stabwood doors, and that is what's going on here. So it's the white delrin Klika with stabwood doors. Really, really beautiful. And the stabwood doors, go along to the site, link in the description. It's at csmods.co.uk. Get along to there and just have a look at the doors. They're so pretty, and they drastically changed the look of this mod in my opinion. Really beautiful thing. So that's the Klika from Chris Scott Mods. Let's go down low so you can have a really nice look at this. I'll show you how the firing really works and a bit of the internals and all that sort of stuff. Then we'll come back up top and just have a little bit of a chat about it. Just a little bit of a chat. I'm not going to really get too heavily into pros and cons, but let's go down low. Okay guys, here we are down low with the Chris Scott Mods Klika. Now, as standard, it does come with delrin doors, but you can get the stabwood doors, which I have extra, which is very, very cool indeed. CSM, Chris Scott Mods. If you're looking for a fire button, forget about it. What this has got is here. This is your fire button here. This click is your fire button here, and I'll show you that in a second. White delrin, there's a black delrin available as well. I don't know if you can see, but it says Klika there in the delrin. This is the other side of the stab. Obviously, the stab doors are all different. They're all different. You've got your squonk bottle here. Nice thing about the positioning of this is it looks great, but also it doesn't matter which finger or thumb or hand you prefer to use with this. It's right in the middle. So if you're left-handed, if you're right-handed, no issues at all with how you want to squonk this. However you want to squonk it. If you want to thumb fire it, all good as well. Got your mod maker 510 on the top. Very, very nice indeed. The best in the business. Certainly for squonking, the mod maker 510 is where it is at. I know that a lot of people complained in the past about squonkers, you know, don't hit like mech tubes, you know, voltage drop and stuff. This is what changed all that. This mod maker 510, spring loaded of course as well. So let's have a look inside. So we've got these little tabs underneath here, just allow you to get your finger in. And there we go. So we've got our bottle and our battery on this side. You know, again, you can see inside you've got your mod maker squonk bottle as well. Super squishy. Very nice indeed. No issues there. All very neat and tidy. One of the many great things about this mod is let's just get all that nice and snugly back in. One great thing about this mod is when you take this off, you can take it off at both sides, so you can help yourself to push in the battery out from this side and the bottle as well should you need to. You can see where the magic is happening now. So you're pressing on this C, which has that little bit of give on it, and pressing on that is what touches this. It presses that fire button there, and it's a Herbie McGubbin switchfet here. This is a switchfet, which has, you know, several advantages over a pure mech. You know, one of them being you can pop in here and you can flick this switch. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little switch there, so you can turn it on and off. So if you want to put it in your pocket, you want to take it out and about, you can turn it off and it won't automatically fire. Very cool, very cool. It's less of a maintenance worry as well. Dirty threads are less of an issue with a switchfet board. So there we go. So that is the Chris Scott Mods Klika Squonker. What a beautiful thing. I'll show you it up close with the B2K. B2K needs a clean, but you can see lovely sort of matchy white on white going on, although the B2K needs a bit of a clean, but there we go. That is how it looks like with that on. A beautiful, beautiful Squonker. Let's go up top. Okay guys, that was the Klika from Chris Scott Mods down low. It's a beautiful thing. I'm sure you can agree. I'm sure we're going to be fairly unanimous on the fact that this is a beautiful mod. Not only that, it's incredibly small, very, very small indeed. The size is just perfection, really. I'm not sure how you would get a switchfet 18650 Squonker smaller than this. Really, really beautiful thing. Absolutely love the use of delrin as well, white and black delrin available. And then these stab doors. I mean, that is Chris's speciality. You know, stabilizes his own blocks of wood, so he's got a full spectrum to choose from. I know that he sources them from all over the world to get these beautiful, beautiful stab doors. I think he's just sort of brought it all back into you know, a scalable thing. I think this is the first time that he's really been able to get these out in nice solid batches, and everyone is understandably going crazy for them. The place to go if you want to check these out is csmods.co.uk. That is his actual shop, that's his website where you can buy them, and they are regularly coming up. There's one for sale literally this second. I've just had a look, and there is actually one in stock right now. So obviously, maybe not when this video comes up, obviously, but so they are available. It's not a long waiting situation or anything like that. The best thing to do is to join his Facebook group, Chris Scott Mods on Facebook. Again, link in the description. If not, just to view his masterpieces on the Facebook page, but also he will update you when stock's coming in and what's going on with all that stuff. I'm not going to get, as I said before, I'm not really going to get into the pros and cons. I literally could not find, if I was forced to, I could not find a negative with this mod. I will say that I think it looks 10 times better with the stab doors than it does with just the delrin body. It still looks really neat, really tidy, really natty, but these stab doors are really something else. I think the fire button is just genius. Genuinely genius. I love that you've got access to the actual switchfet, so you can actually flick the switch and turn it off if you want to. I love that both doors come off as well, so it makes it super easy to push that battery out. I love the size, I love the shape, so comfortable in the hand. I love that because it's on the side here, the squonk bottle's on the side rather than it's usually here, isn't it? I love that you can just access it. No matter how you're vaping this thing, you can access that bottle, and it's just super cool. It's also very inset. The bottle is very inset, so it's not sticking out. It's not a major visual part of the mod. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. 24mm atties sitting nicely on here. The pictures that I've seen with the 22mm atties, they look really, really nice. It just sort of, because it's such a dinky mod, 22mm atties I think look great on here. So mod maker parts, a lot of mod maker parts in this mod. You've got your mod maker 510, your mod maker squonk bottle, modmaker.co.uk. Obviously the place to go if you are modding your own mods in the UK. He's you know, he's behind so much of this. He's a helping hand to all the mod makers with all this innovation that he brings to the table. If you are looking for a high-end Squonker or mod in the UK made by a UK mod maker or made by anyone in Europe or the rest of the world, try to make sure that it has mod maker parts. His 510 is second to none. His squonk bottles, for my money, are the best in the business as well. So you know, it has the best parts in it. It has a guy that is an absolute master of stab wood making this thing, and the actual mod is just superb. It's just superb. And you know, I'm gushing now. I'm waxing lyrical. But it's just a perfect mod. It feels like, you know, the culmination of Chris's work has been put into this. He's nailed the production of it. The delrin is just flawless. You know, he does delrin like no one else. The stab wood doors are perfect. There's nothing I can tell you about this that is negative in any way. It's a beautiful little mod made by a master craftsman. And I think it is absolute creme de la creme. I don't think there are better Squonkers in the world than this Squonker. Genuinely do not think that. So that's the Chris Scott mod. I did promise you I'd give you a look of the Klika. Get along to his Facebook group. It's a nice place to be. Even if it's maybe out of your range, this mod, get along there because it's a nice place to be. I think it's fantastic. Very proud to own one. I love it, absolutely love it. The Klika from Chris Scott Mods. I've been Vick, and I'll see you again soon.